Roy Hibbert likes it when the guys in black and red come to town, or he visits South Beach. Going back to last year's Eastern Conference Finals, look what he's done the rest of the March versus his game against Miami. And the subtext, or the subplot, I guess, of all this is that in the offseason, Miami went out and brought in Greg Oden. Most observers felt like specifically to combat Roy Hibbert after what he was able to do to the champs in last year's Eastern Conference Finals. But advantage Hibbert, especially in the first quarter when he scored 13 of his 21.
Well, they started with their philosophy, Indiana, inside out, and they went to the big guy and Roy Hibbert. This is Miami's answer, which is putting a healthier Greg Oden on him, but this did not deter Roy Hibbert from doing what he likes to do best down there on the block. They didn't necessarily get him off the block effectively, and this pick and roll, Paul George actually threads the needle here behind the back in movement. Great catch and finish for Roy Hibbert. And at this point, he's got his confidence rolling to the point where he even faces up the big guy, Greg Oden, and takes him off the dribble in a short amount of space here to complete. So Greg Oden only played 6 minutes. He's going to see some more, at least one more opportunity to defend to defend Roy Hibbert here. I don't think he'll have the same output. I think he'll improve, but they shifted and went to the Udonis Haslem and Anderson effect, where those guys fronted Roy Hibbert in the second half of the game, made it a little difficult for Roy to have as much success as he had in the first half.
Those 13 first-quarter points not only set the tone, that was a season high for Hibbert, who finished the game with 21. You heard the frustration in LeBron James' voice after the game about the way the game was played and officiated specifically. There were 3 instances in the second half where a flagrant foul could have been called one way or the other on a LeBron James drive to the rim. All 3 went against him.
Yeah, the first one, horse collar by Mahimi. The second, Scola, incidental contact to the nose. And then this one, they called a flagrant 1 offensive foul, which I've never heard. And I think LeBron's frustration was, you look at the end of the game and you lose by 1 point, and you have the Mahimi flagrant foul that gets called back, and then you get the LeBron offensive flagrant foul. They get an extra point. There's a score. That's the difference. So you can feel his frustration because they lost, but also because he's attacking the basket. He's going to the hole, and, he's not getting the benefit of the doubt.
That flagrant 1 offensive foul is an incredibly rare call in the NBA, but it did happen to LeBron last season against the Chicago Bulls. By the way, these are the types of games Indiana wants to play. The Heat's 2 lowest scoring games of the season were both against the Pacers, 84 and 83 points.